Heavy bags are one of the most important tools that a boxer has in his toolbox. You got speed bags, swing bags, double M bags, and yada yada yada. But it's important not to forget the one and only heavy bag. Let's play this intro real quick and then I'm going to give you 5 benefits of hitting the heavy bag. Up first, what does the heavy bag do for you? Well, after a couple weeks of couple rounds with a heavy bag every single session, you're going to notice that your punches have a little bit more pop to them. Maybe it's because your technique's getting better, maybe it's because your strength training is paying off. But it's also that repetitive action of those punches and your body adjusting properly. Building up all those fast twitch muscle fibers, allowing you really to sit down and rip into that bag. That power development, that's going to lead over into pad work, it's going to lead over into sparring. Honestly, it's going to lead into everything else. Now for number 2, to stick to the same topic, it's going to be that the heavy bag can give you some great conditioning. I can't tell you how many times I've been smoke checked on the heavy bag. You know, your arms are like jello, your shoulders burning, your legs feel like concrete. While row work and other conditioning exercises play their part, getting used to the bag demands a different kind of resiliency. One way I like to get there, the 30-30-30 drill. You guys probably heard of it before. Essentially, it's 30 seconds technique on the bag, 30 seconds speed of just 1-2 straight on, and then you got your 30 seconds of just rip into the body, ripping up top, and then repeat. If you do that for 3 minutes straight, 30-30-30, you are going to be begging for that round timer to go off, and then once it does and you realize, oh, I got a minute till I get to go again, you're going to be dreading it. However, that growth that you're going to get from being in that state of exhaustion, that's going to give you the upper hand over your opponent. Benefit number 3 is going to be the fact that you can work the heavy bag all alone. I put this on here because it's important to be able to put in a couple extra rounds, a couple more minutes of training, just put in a little bit more without having to rely on anybody else to put out. I don't need somebody to hold pads or put on gloves. I don't gotta ask anybody to do anything. I can just get in the zone by myself, really thinking about what I'm working on and what I'm trying to achieve. When it comes down to it and it's just you and that bag, you can get a lot of shit done. That leads me directly into our next point, and it's the fact that the heavy bag is very versatile. I mean, you can use the heavy bag for hundreds of different drills. With a little bit of imagination, research, and a sprinkle of know-how, you can have drills last you all day long. And they all carry their own unique benefits with them. You want to work speed? Got a drill for that. You want to work your pivots and movement? Yeah, we got a drill for that too. Do you just want to release some of that anger, all that pent up bullshit, and rip it out in the bag? And the bag's perfect for that, man. I encourage you to look into different heavy bag drills. People all over the internet are making them, and most of them are pretty beneficial. Now, some of them are a little bit of dog shit, to be honest, but, you know, research a little bit, see what you can find, try them out, see what you like. For our last and final point for the day, heavy bag improves footwork. What? How can you figure that the heavy bag that doesn't move improves footwork? It's simple. When I get to hitting the heavy bag, I like to get into a flow state. Kind of like with any drill we do, we're in that flow state, just like you are when you're sparring. You're working your slips, you're working your defense, you're working your pivots, you're working your movement, as well as you're working turning over your punches, and doing whatever drill you're doing. There's certain things that stay pretty constant. So, for me, I like to work on my slips, my movement, constantly. Throw a combo, pivot out. Very next combo, pivot out. Throw a couple punches, pivot out. Just keep working those pivots, those movements. You can do your steps around the bag, whatever. If you do that every time you're hitting the bag, it's going to translate over into sparring. You're going to notice the next time you're sparring, after doing that for a while, oh, there's an automatic pivot. Perfect. Make sure you're pivoting the way you want to for the end of that combo. You know, you don't want to be pivoting into the strong side because you're not thinking. However, if you work it correctly, it's going to translate. Overall, the heavy bag is there because that's the one tool that when a boxer wants to rip into the bag, when they really want to sit down on their punches, that's what's going to be able to take it. You're not going to be able to do that with like pad work. You're not going to be able to get the same result with the speed bag or whatever. But heavy bag, man, you can rip those shots. But if we say that that's all it's used for, then we're ignoring a long list of benefits that we can get out of that. If I only had one bag to train with for the rest of my life, it'd have to be the heavy bag. You can just do so much with it. If you're not incorporating the heavy bag into any of your training, I promise you're doing something wrong. Whether you're a pro fighter, probably not without a heavy bag, or you're just someone doing boxing for fitness, the importance and the benefits of the heavy bag, I can't overemphasize them. That's all I got to say about the heavy bag today. We're just doing a quick 5. We can do another video on the heavy bag. There's a lot of benefits I could go down. If you guys want something like that, let me know in the comment section below. Be very helpful to me if you guys hit that thumbs up button. Also subscribe for more content like this and to keep up with my boxing journey, as this channel was created to follow me while leading up to my ring debut. Keep an eye out on Punch Club's TikTok and Instagram alongside with the YouTube. As always, guys, gals, whoever's watching, thank you for tuning in to Punch Club.